a lot of opportunities for the other damage dealers to catch up, forcing the Abyss Walker early, letting the Ling catch up and bully him all the way from the start. But the Claude and Moskov, this matchup is also going to be very, very interesting. I really wonder how this is going to play out, because I don't know if this is the pattern just for wild card, but the winning matchup usually loses. The Ruby Claude earlier, the Roger versus Moskov yesterday, the Harith versus Moskov yesterday. It's not been a good time for the strong side gold laners. It's been better for the weak side gold laners. And it is going to be the export pickup with the Hilda too.
Oh, we forgot about this one. Oh.
Brute Force. We were talking about how they could go for the cheese picks, and maybe it'll be the healers, but they go for, just like in their name, Brute Force.
Dude, imagine Hilda, Sky Piercer.
Oh,
right. Think about that. Hilda, Sky Piercer, because again,
you're right.
1,500 gold. Even tank standards, that's very cheap.
It's a bit too cheap.
It's
a bargain deal.
As a Malaysian, there's no such thing as too cheap. Okay?
Okay.
It's cheap enough.
It's cheap enough.
It's cheap enough.
It's cheap enough. But
I've heard a lot of players say, you know what, this is very balanced. Don't change a thing about the item. I'm just saying what the community has said. Some of them just like, don't change it. We like it.
Oh, but
Zask! Which because okay.
Oh man.
We got a game.
We definitely
wait.
got a game.
Remember what I said? If you're T2K, you want to bring out something new against the favorites.
Oh man.
Oh dude. Expect the unexpected.
Expect
the unexpected.
The unexpected. And now my question is, what is the Zas going to be going for?
I don't know.
For the emblems, because technically we were talking about a temporal rain.
Yeah.
You can use a temporal rain when you use Dominator's Ascent. You're on the ultimate. You can go and just zoom, bro.
Dude, I have no idea. The last time I saw Zas, you know when?
When?
When Keyboy used it.
Yeah, exactly. And he went for temporal rain. So, but that was
Yeah, it's.
We might not want to.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know.
It was Johnson on the other team, right?
Johnson, Kadita. And now we're jumping straight to the second game, where we got a lot of new things here, folks. We got the Zask, we got the Hilda, we got a Kupra, we got a game in our hands.
Crazy stuff this early on in the tournament here. Game number 2, match number 2. And it is already some big picks. The Hilda, the Zask, like you mentioned. But it is going to also be a Purify on the Moskov. We're used to seeing the Inspire nowadays, but it does seem like for Bobe, the mid lane, he will be kind of struggling, at least early on. Fangor doing a lot of damage together with Cottage. And now, good knock up over. No, to Trey Fangor going into the turret, now taken down. First blood for the Zask. It's T2K.
Well, this is the good thing, because you don't always go up against Zask, right? So you have no idea the power spike that he has, and the fact that he has the War Cry means that he has additional 8% more damage. So perhaps Fangor didn't put that into consideration. 8% is a lot, especially during the laning phase. And now he has even more penetration on his hands.
I mean, at this point, right, at the early game, you're supposed to get a lot of mid-prior so that you can rotate over towards Yahiko. But at this point, Yahiko, you can see in the jungle, he's just free farming up against a Hilda. This is definitely not what we expect. The Link should be bullied in the jungle by the Hilda. But at this point, man, Yahiko will just continue to farm up. Level 4 already in the first minute of the game, and he will be able to match up with Mashiro. But again, Ling will be able to clear out faster. If he continues to do this, he'll be able to outfarm and outscale that Frederick.
To be fair, I still believe that the best time to invade someone's jungle is after the second turtle, because again, the first 2 minutes, you're going to receive a lot more damage, so perhaps you want to play a little bit more safer in that way. So I feel like it's still okay, but if he dies 2 more times after this, that invade is going to be pretty rough. The first turtle, Brute Force has to secure it. Don't give it over to T2K.
All right. First turtle being started up by Mashiro. Brute Force is what they like to go for, mutual objective battle. But look at the setup coming down. T2K actually have the better setup. Not for Apex, though. Fangor dealing a whole lot of damage. Masara with the penalty zone, locking him down. Mashiro's still going to be able to find the retribution. Now going to be knocked out by the Tempest of Blaze as he gets slain by the Zas. Still on the Dominator's Descent now, looking for another kill. But Kojix goes in, and that's going to be the Farago armor, taking down Bobe. No longer in the Dominator's Descent as Yahiko dives forward, has the Defiant Blade. Bobe going to be taken very low. Fangor chasing him down. That's a double kill for Marvin. And now it's just Yahiko without a purple buff, able to pinch poise away, but Fangor wants to go for the chase. Defiant Blade defensively, and Fangor has successfully zoned him away, but he'll still be able to go to the purple buff. No turtle for T2K.
What did our reporters say? What did they do in the early game?
Team fight.
Team fight. And that's what we saw for both teams. And it's as even as can get. Even though, sure, the first kill went over to T2K, so technically it's a 2-3 trade, but still, in terms of the score, it's 3-3 right now. And I feel like Bangor, he made it up. It's like, sure, he died for his blood, but now he has 3 assists, and now he wants to go for Witch.
Oh no, he already used the Battle Mirror Image. Now they go in, but the Blazing Duet saves him together with the Tyrant's Revenge. Good rotation over by Apex. It does seem like for now, Mashiro will still be able to even out that lead against the Ling.
Now we got to look at the goal difference here because we got to look at Yahiko, really. Not much has changed because Mashiro has 2K, and he only has 2.1K. Yahiko is still doing well, but I would thought he would be doing a lot better. It's not farming as fast as I want him to be.
Slowly but surely for both these teams trying to go for the scaling, but so far the winning matchup in the Moskov has been doing a bit better. The Retribution used up by Yahiko to secure that creep in his own jungle, which forced Root to use the Battle Mirror Image back again. Now, onto the waves, we'll still be able to soak in that gold cannon minion. And what does the items say?
It shows that Hilda is going to go for that
Sky Piercer.
Sky Piercer.
He's an official SPA Fangor, the Sky Pierce abuser. And now it's... Is it going to be done by the second turtle?
Hold on. Looking at the items here, I feel like once the turtle has been secured, that you do have it. So after the turtle, it might be the time where Brute Force wants to take a fight. And again, after this turtle, they can go for the jungle invade.
Oh, if he had it, he would have taken Witch down all alone in the bottom lane. Apex charging into the Tyrant's Revenge, able to catch only onto Marvin. Now a good time by Mashiro. Trying to look for an angle to go for the last hit on the turtle. He already used the first kill now. That's an Razor's Wrath combo together against Apex, who steals it away. Marvin blows Apex up with the last Insanity. Now they get locked down by Kojic. It's now Yahiko who gets the trade back. It's a 2-for-1 in favor of T2K. They didn't get the turtle, but they will be able to get some hits onto the turret gold. But so does Black March up top.
Yeah, Marvin is able to get his War Axe, and Yahiko is able to get his first item as well. So now we're starting to see a little bit more aggression coming in from both teams. But look at the Moskov here. Black March was able to get free farm, same as Witch. So for both teams, let's look at Witch. Vanguard still does not have... Okay, now he gets it. Imagine if he got that turtle, he wouldn't gotten it.
And look at this. Even in the XP lane, Black March has been farming like an absolute monster, LaFell. He is level 8.
Which is level 7. Took me a while to look for his name. But either way, Monster Up now having the Dominance Ice means he can deal with the Moskov. I feel like Monster Up could probably go for an early Blade Armor just so that he can actually deal with Black March and make sure that he gives enough space for T2K Esports to actually deal the damage. Apex is charging in. It's like he finds Fangor.
Revenge and the Rage now used up. Now the Blazing Duet will be able to take him down, but Fangor does a little bit more damage over towards Witch. Still able to go for the Battle Mirror Image as Black March joins in the team fight now, pinning 2 members down. Straight into the Appraiser's Wrath, but in the back line, Babe with the Dominators to set gets rid of Black March. And T2K, they were definitely trained to kill and to team fight.
Yeah, this is what they do. They team fight. Now Witch has the Demon Hunter sword, so he deals much more damage. Looks like the Valentina is trying to clear it up. It looks like going in, misses the ult.
Stolen penalty zone. No flicker committed just yet. Now with the flicker, Bobby flickers as well. Back to the turret. Not enough to save him, but now it's going to be Master Up swinging the hammer down onto Kojic. Very, very low. Witch getting that first kill now. Backing up with the Battle Mirror Image. It's very, very low. Kojic still able to survive as Apex charges into Tyrant's Revenge. Unable to find Fangor. That movement speed just juking him away with the sprint.
Right now we're looking at the items here, and I kind of feel like the Moskov having just one item compared to, oh no, it's still the same one item on the Claude. Looking at the EXP as well, looks like Monster Up is going for a magic resist item after this, perhaps the Tina Shield. But again, I kind of feel like looking at the damage coming in from Kojak, maybe he could have delayed it a little bit, but you know what? All's fair.
Penalty zone locking them down. Kojic all alone in the mid lane, and it's a pickoff. T2K getting the trade now, looking to go for the turtle. Mashiro on it, gets the Retribution. Babe Dominators sent, but Mashiro just gets out of it, and Babe is forced back again. Yahiko was all the way in the bottom side of the map, trying to go for a trade perhaps, but now will be forced back into his own jungle.
We got to talk about how even this game is.
Yeah.
Look at the gold. The gold is the same. In terms of kill, it might as well be the same. 6 to 7, not really that big of a difference. We see the teams, both teams, are not shying away from a fight.
Yo, they're meta.
Marvin, Brute Force. Not breastplate.
Nope.
Just brute force.
He got the brute force while playing for brute force, which up top looking for the siege. And with Yahiko, he should be able to take that down. Mashiro actually using the retribution onto Apex, but he'll still be able to get out. Yahiko just wants to get off the wall there, goes back to his own jungle, farming up. And at this point, we're seeing that. What we said in the draft, Yahiko on the Ling, you are going to be able to outfarm the Fredrin, especially when we get to the mid game. Now he's level 11 to level 10 for Mashiro, despite the 2 turtles.
This is the bad thing about constantly fighting, is that brute force, sure, they got a lot of trades in the fight, but perhaps it might be a better idea to avoid the fights and actually try to control the jungle of T2K, because right now we're looking at items here, and the Ling has 2 items. After this, it is going to be the endless battle, and we got to talk about the Zast here. Having the glowing wand, having the divine judgment makes it so that he can deal with tankier members. So it looks like Bobby's job is actually to handle Mashiro as well as Marvin and Vanguard.
Apex. Spanish Revenge looking for that bush. Doesn't go for it. What happened in top lane? Black March together with Vanguard. Yahiko caught all alone, and they might be able to go for a tier 2 turret with Mashiro already placed into the jungle of T2K. That's a free trade. That's a free pick for brute force.
I mean, I guess it doesn't matter if Yahiko got a lot of farm. Just kill him.
Just kill him.
It's that simple. Simple.
Brute force.
Brutal. Legendary.
Force.
Simple, brute force, legendary.
There we go.
There we go. It's easy. Just get a kill. It's not that hard.
It's not that hard. They definitely made it look easy up top. I really wonder what exactly happened there. But Marvin, we're trying to open up the map, goes in with the fire. Apex stunning him up, and Witch is dealing a whole lot of damage at this point of the game. 9 minutes in, Apex still going to be burnt down. Marvin doing the same towards Apex, just shredding him down, forcing the regen out. And Yahiko. All right, now a big question. Yahiko's farmed up. He's a level ahead, or was a level ahead, but can he 1v1 the Hilda?
No.
No, okay.
No, I don't think so. And right now, T2K, they got to be careful, because brute force, this is what they want to do, because they have the X-Borg. The X-Borg plus War Axe plus brute force breastplate. He wants to play for the long game, right? He wants to chip you down as much as he can, and then giving a lot of space for the Fredrin to go for the Lord. Because you got to think about this. If Yahiko steals the Lord, it might seem good for T2K, but then brute force can just come back and go for the kills.
Oh, they're forcing it down. Mashiro is going to be zoned away. Jumps in with the taunt now. Masara going to be caught in. And Apex goes in for the damage. Dominator's descent as well as zone him away as the last insanity gets popped in. Masara will be blown up. Now comes the blades as Yahiko secures the Lord, which instantly backing away. And Yahiko is going for a few more kills. T2K with a massive advantage, only trading their XP for that big Lord. And Yahiko will continue over to take that purple buff away from brute force.
Brute force, they were a little bit all over the place, where if they chose one target at a time, perhaps they could have won a team fight. But the fact that they're spreading out their resources, making it so that everyone is low, but not low enough to get kills. Brute force was the one on the losing end on that one, especially because I feel like they got hit by the Lord quite a few times. And now the Lord is marching down mid. Vanguard is not going to have a lot of space for him to really utilize the Sky Piercer that well.
Okay, Temper the Blade used up. Konjik still able to flick around now. Oh, that's going to be a great revenge over to catch Vanguard as he tries to go for Yahiko. That's going to pin down the Blaze into it, from which will force them back. Black Mark's going to be caught by the Dominator's descent, and you can see how impressive Bobbit is just utilizing that. Mashiro almost gets shredded down, and they are able to get rid of the tier 2 in the mid lane, but it's just that for now. Yahiko now shoving the wave up top as they get rid of the other wave in the bottom lane, trying to get some more value with the First Lord. Meanwhile, Apex try to go for a cheeky little pick there, but Black Mark is able to use that Spear of Misery to fend off Yahiko, taking a few turret shots, almost dying, almost getting punished up top.
Yeah, honestly, I want to stay at this item screen for quite a while, because we want to dissect what Bobby is actually doing, getting the Azure Blade early, not really building into anything, just making sure that he has enough mana to sustain inside of a fight, but Glowing One plus the Divine Glaive plus the changes on the Zast.
Yikes!
What the Zast is doing right now is almost 50,000 damage. It's almost double of the Claude. Like, how much damage can you do with the burn from the Glowing Wand, with the penetration coming in from the Divine Glaive? You got to talk about how the changes now. Zast from before wants to ramp up, right? With more attacks coming in from the Inspire plus the Feather of Heaven. That's a strong Zast, but nowadays you don't need that. You just need straight up damage, because on hit now, there's a lot of CC. There's slows, there's stuns. So not stuns, but it's like it's slow enough that it makes you feel like it. So controlling the front line, making sure that Mashiro is not really a factor, Marba not really a factor, and Fangor as well.
Holy Crystal, just as you were talking about, you know, the pure damage for Bobe, for Zask, he was already dealing 50,000 damage throughout the 12 minutes. Whoa, 7 blades.
A little bit early.
Just to clear out the wave. Oh, walks up. Oh, man. Oh. You definitely had to hold your breath for that one. He could have walked in straight into a Moskov and a Hilda. Definitely not what you want to walk into. But Bobe now, holy Crystal.
We got to put this into perspective. The Valentina has 3 items as well, but it's not as expensive as the build coming in from Disaster. So the power spike is much different, especially because what Kojik is trying to do is more supportive, but the itemization coming in from Bobe, he's a shredder. He's a tank shredder at this point. And it's good because you're going up against Fangor with the Hilda. The Hilda, if you don't stop her, it's going to be a big problem. But now Bobe, it's like, I got you. Let me handle the Hilda, you guys handle the rest.
Slowly but surely, I think all these frontliners actually will be taken out by Bobe, especially now that Witch is also very, very Blade of Despair done for Yahiko in the 13-minute too. All the power spikes for T2K. But for Brute Force, they actually also have something to play with. Fangor, did a lot of damage going for it. No, it doesn't proc the Sky Piercer. It did not proc. Yahiko still able to survive. Fangor gets out, but Mashiro, all during the chaos, they used it as a distraction to brute force their way into the Lord to take it. And now in the 14th minute, that's an enhanced Lord.
That was brilliant, because even I didn't notice what was going on. We were looking at Yahiko's like, oh no, he looks like he's going to get taken down. But if Fangor had 4 kills at that point, I believe it was going to be a lethality. It was going to be an execute. The fact that he only has 1 kill, but I believe it has been reset because he died after he got his first kill, make it so that he only has 4%. And folks, you see the difference between 6% and 4%. If it wasn't for the nerf, perhaps we would have seen a kill onto Yahiko.
That would have been a very, very deadly one. Oh!
Look at Mashiro, man.
Purify able to escape. Now Mashiro going for some damage. Apex still able to escape with a bouncing ball. As T2K will still be able to fend off. Down there's the set. Bobe goes in way too aggressively, gets punished by Brute Force. And this is some bad timers for them. They got Enhanced Lord up top, and now Black March is marching down to the mid lane, trying to go for the siege onto that tier 2 as the Enhanced Lord charges down onto the base turret up top. Witch and Yahiko able to deal with it for now. Another wave coming down very slowly in all 3 lanes, and Brute Force will just go into the mid lane first. Now pushing it again, Apex. Try to go for the charge on that Timer's Revenge, slowly but surely, but you can see the poke over to T2K. Up top, they'll still be able to defend their base turrets, so no base turrets taken down with the Enhanced Lord, but definitely for Brute Force, they've gotten themselves now onto the even level. T2K, they had an overwhelming advantage earlier, now it's all but gone.
This just shows you how much of a game changer the Lord really is. Sure, getting a kill onto Bobe actually influenced a little bit more, but with one Lord, all that T2K has for themselves is just the inhibitor. And now we're going in for a pause so that we have time to talk about this, where, again, this is why the Lord is still worth fighting for. It's just very, very risky. So we got to talk about the macro, how you just send one roamer to... But now we're jumping straight into the game. And I was talking about Yahiko, but we've got to talk about Witch as well. Has not died an entire time this game, so he's been skating up well.
It really has. I think for both teams, right? Even for Black March, he was able to rotate across the map so many times. Item check again.
The item check that we really have to talk about is the fact that Masarap now having the blade armor means that he can legit be a bait, because Black March is not going to be as free as he would want to go for the damage. Speaking of which, Black March is full items. Looks like the Claude is just missing one item. I'm guessing it's going to be the Malefic Roar. Although, I feel like in this kind of situation, maybe he should go for more of a defensive item. Maybe a Rose Gold Meteor, just that he can survive a little bit more and stay in the team fight a bit longer. But either ways, damage dealt, 61,000 damage being dealt by the Zas. And the Kupra took almost 80,000 damage in this game.
A lot of damage from both these teams. It's all about damage output, as we know, in this meta. Yahiko and Witch synchronized Malefic Roar by together there. Bobe also, Starlium Scythe. Is that his last item, LaFell?
I believe it's his 4th item. It's his 4th item. Oh wait, no, 5th.
Oh, Apex gonna be able to get the revenge and the rage down into the penalty zone. They're gonna try to melt Mashiro down, but the last Insanity gets rid of all of them now in the back line. Kaji able to go for the Executed Witch, trying to go for the Kite now, able to go for the Immortality, and now it's gonna be Yahiko secures it. The Wind of Nature saves him for a bit, and in the end, Yahiko will take the Lord and will take also Marvin out of the game. That's a triple kill for Yahiko in the bush. Yahiko goes in, Kaji tries to go for it, and that's gonna be the Maniac for Yahiko in the mid lane. Kajic, he tried to go for the risky play. He did, and he paid with it with his life. And now with a wipeout, it seems they're just gonna go for the base straight up. It's wide open. They don't even need to go for the base turrets. One push is all they need. T2K get the dub.
I mean, I don't want to be that guy, but dude, I called it. They had the draft to be able to do this well. Someone just needs to be a bait. Someone just needs to throw their body to enable things. It looks like the one that threw their body was actually the Lord, because the Lord, I feel, dealt a lot of damage in that game, even though the X-Borg almost turned things around, but Yahiko was free. No one was able to stop him.